Hey friends, happy Tuesday. So today we are getting into friends or people that just genuinely don't like us for no reason. Like don't have a reason. You'll think everything is cool and you be like, "What? I thought like what happened? For real, you too?" Like and I think we can all relate to this. I've definitely been there where you'll just be in certain situations or it could be a job, it could be school, it could be whatever and you just be like, "What is going on? Like I didn't even do nothing to you." You know what I mean? So we're going to get into a couple of these TikToks. As usual, I'm going to give a brief story time of my own. And yeah, let's get into it.
And yes, it's true that some people can have more than you and still envy you and still want, for some reason, have this burning desire to humble you. You have a light that they want to dim, you have a flame that they want to put out, and you have a confidence about you that they feel like is superior. You think you're better than us, so I'm going to take you off that high horse. But it's like, no, I just, I know who I am, I know whose I am, and you don't like that I'm confident, so you want to humble me. Let's just call a
Mm-hmm.
spade a spade. When you know you have a light and you walk, talk, and act like you have a light, that's the problem. When you know what your purpose is and you're walking in that purpose or you're walking towards that purpose, that's the problem. They got the cars, the clothes, the
Mm-hmm.
family, the marriage, all of the materialistic things, and still they haven't quite yet put their finger on the thing that you got your finger on. That's the problem. You have a light and you know you have a light. You have a purpose and you know what that purpose is. That is the problem.
So the funny thing with that is, I feel like it gets worse once you know, but I don't feel like it's a thing that happens just when you know. Like, for instance, I could think back to like even just being in school. Like, I had really low self esteem. I think we talked about this in one of them videos, but I was in an environment, a very toxic environment at home. At one point, I was being abused as a child, so my self worth was non-existent. Like my knowledge of self, like wasn't even a thing at the time, right? And I think I spoke about it in the people pleasing video, but I my self esteem was so down in the dumps that I was so used to being mistreated that I didn't even expect people to treat me kindly. And when they did, it felt like a setup, right? Like, so I didn't even know anything about having a light. I mean, yes, I was being myself, but I thought that something was wrong with myself. You know what I mean? Um, and I remember, I think I have a victim mentality video on this one too, but I remember looking and thinking about the things that people were doing to me and really wondering, like, what's the problem? Like, why does everybody treat me like this? Why is everybody mean to me? Why is everybody like this to me? And it wasn't until I understood that I, number one, was allowing these things, and by allowing this, I was attracting more of that behavior into myself. That's when things started to change. I would have people, kind of go out with a bang or mistreat me on the way out, but I think that that was because of when I started to actually realize who I was. But before that, I think people were treating me the way that they were because I didn't know who I was at the time, or I didn't have that gumption to say like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Like you're not gonna treat me like that. You know what I mean? Um, I look back and a large part of my childhood, a large chunk of my childhood really was being in school wondering why people didn't like me. Like, yes, I had a friend or two here or there. It wasn't like I was just like a complete loner like we see on like the movies and stuff. But I do remember like feeling like everybody was against me. And then when I would, become a part of the friend group of like the girls or whatever, it was almost like I would be part of the group and I'd feel accepted and then they would all simultaneously as a unit be like, nah, we don't fuck with you. And I could look back at that now. And I'll never forget, I had a conversation with a really good friend of mine, and I asked her too. I said, high school was really hard for me. I said, I still to this day don't understand why they didn't like me. And she broke it down. She was like, you were the only one that like had a job and had a hustle, and you came from LA, so you had this confidence about you. And I was just like, confident was not what I was at all. And she was like, you grew up this way and you had this and you had that. And it was just like, I never even looked at myself like that. Like, I just wanted friends. I just wanted to be, liked. Like, it was never like, I never was full of myself because I didn't feel like I could be. Like, that's why, even as an adult, I struggle with imposter syndrome so bad because I really had a hard time being comfortable in who I was because I was taught that whoever or whatever I was wrong. And then yes, I was an overachiever, but I was an overachiever because I was trying to prove myself worthy to my parents. So I still wasn't like the, oh, I'm better than you. That was never that. Now I can speak to now as an adult and through all of the healing that I've done, that yes, definitely, like a lot of shit don't slide no more. It's a lot of shit I'm not putting up with. And I could totally understand now in this day and age why somebody wouldn't like me. But I'm also in a place now where that's not my problem. But younger me, like teenage me, up to maybe about 24, 5, maybe even 26, for the life of me, I couldn't understand.
Ooh. So let me explain. It's not you that people hate. It's that they hate themselves first. Let's get into it. Get it
Mm-hmm.
twisted. Some people secretly want to be like you. You are living their fantasy. Your reality is their fantasy. They are watching you. Trust me. They won't say anything, but they are watching you so much so that they miss out on their own uniqueness. Very real thing. People hate what they are not and where they are not. So much so, people will look at your success or like you've made it based on pure luck and almost feel like they are
Mm-hmm.
entitled to that success. Mind you, they have not put in the amount of work you have or made the sacrifices you have had to make. People will hate you for surpassing them or them feeling like you've surpassed them.
Mm-hmm.
They do not get to participate in what you are doing, where you are going, and who you are becoming. And for that reason alone, it bothers them. It really just boils down to that some people just cannot handle your glow. They do not possess the charisma, the energy, and glow that you have. Like, that's what glowing differently is. There's something about you that they lack. So they hate you for that reason. But in reality, they hate themselves first. And trust me, that hate goes far beyond your charisma and your glow.
I can definitely relate to that one. I have over time, like I'm gonna use the term loss very loosely, but I've lost a lot of friends, and these were the same friends that I wanted to take with me. Like, you don't enter into a friendship at any age and be thinking like, oh, I'm only gonna be her friend for 6 months to a year and that's it. You know what I mean? But I had the one thing that sticks with me the most was a few years ago I had a friend, and out of nowhere one day she just went off on me, and it was just, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're using me, you're this and you're that. And I'm like, what? Like, what? And I'll never forget, like, I'm a person, I don't readily, like, if it's conflict with someone, I don't immediately engage. Like, I like to make sure that I am well aware of how I feel, and I never want to make someone feel that, like, oh, how you feel is incorrect. Excuse me. I want to be able to validate and say, hey, I'm sorry you feel like this. That was not my intention, yada, yada, yada. Um, and because I didn't answer her fast enough, it escalated. And it escalated into, okay, you're not gonna answer me. I'm gonna make TikTok videos about you. And then I'll never forget, it was one day she called, and I was doing my baby's hair, and I was like, I'm doing my daughter's hair, I'll call you back. And this I just got this long message, and, oh, you think you're better than everybody, and you're not even that good at doing hair, and you don't want me to do this and this because I'd be better than you. And it's just like, what? Where did all that come from? And I had to learn that a lot of what people were saying to me, a lot of those insults that they were hurling, they weren't even to me. They was talking about themselves. Y'all, once I came to that realization, it was like the fucking clouds in the sky had opened up for me. I swear to God. Like, I've had friends in this industry, because I do hair. I've had friends in this industry where like I'm thinking shit's cool. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. I learned a new technique. I'm showing you that technique. And then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, fuck that bitch. I don't like that bitch. But they're telling everybody else except for me. I had a friend that literally stopped being my friend because we were in the same industry. Business was slow for her. It wasn't slow for me. And I was shooting her clients because I couldn't take everybody. And like a person like me, I would be appreciative. I would be like grateful for that. She couldn't stand it. And to this day, like we have a mutual friend, and that mutual friend would ask her, this happened like 10 years ago. Mutual friend would ask her, like, well, what's wrong? Why are you upset with her? And she never had an answer. She couldn't really tell her because she knew that she didn't have a valid reason. Like that should be real. Like you don't know what it took for me to get here. You're just mad that I'm there. That's why they always say like people want to see you do better, but not better than them. And the disheartening part for me is like I want to see you do better than me. I do, because that's encouragement for me. But not only that, it's like when I'm doing well, I look at it like we're all doing well because I want to take you with me. And it's like every time I get to that next level, I feel like God, removes another person. And I'm like, damn, her too?
If you really want to know if a woman is obsessed and inspired by you, listen to her insults. When they say stuff like, oh, you think you're better, who you think you are, what are your credentials, oh, your nappy hair, your man must be cheating, your husband is this. They're secretly obsessed and they want your life. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, listen to what they're saying. Listen closely. When they say those things, they want to be you. They wish someone thought that they thought they were better than them. No one thinks that about them, so they're upset about that. When they throw out things about your hair, they wish that their hair would grow past their eyebrow. They wish it would, but it won't. They wish somebody could even talk about let alone a husband,
Hey,
a
bro.
man. They don't have any of that, so they'll say those things. So you have to be very careful of the women who throw these insults. They are inspired by you, and they are obsessed, and they don't know how to say, "Hey, sis,
Teach
how
me.
did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get this?" They can't say it. So instead of throw those insults, but I promise you, those insults are just pure insecurities
Mm-hmm.
and, desire to be you. But unfortunately, they can't be.
So I dealt with this from a family member. And the disappointing part was it was a family member that I looked up to. And not only did I look up to her, I looked up to her best friend as well. Like her best friend was like the shit back in the day with the hairstyles. Like I used to want to be just like her. I would ask her like, "Hey, can you teach me how to do this? Can you teach me how to do that?" And she would always be like, she would kind of like say no without directly saying no. And I'll never forget, like, she ended up moving, and a lot of the clients that she had started coming to me. And she ended up telling that family member, like, oh, she stole all of my clients. Like, you can't steal grown people. But it's crazy because it was like I used to want to. She had the best silk presses in LA. I don't care what nobody say. And I used to want to press hair just as good as her. And I would ask her like, "Can you teach me? Can you teach me? Can you teach me?" And I used to call it by her name. Like I would be like, "Oh, this is a such and such press." So let's say her name was Tina. I'd be like, "Yeah, I need a Tina press," or I want to be able to press hair like her. And it was crazy because it got to a point where I was trying to learn from you. You didn't want to teach me. You didn't want to help me out. But then I started looking at like her social media, and her social media started looking a lot like mine. But you're telling people I sell your clients. And then that same family member, the other family member, even from the time I was a child, like I didn't notice it until I became an adult. But she used to throw so much shade at me, y'all, like so much shade. Like I could be sitting in the living room doing my own hair, and she'd be like, "Do you know what you're doing?" And it's like, "Well, if I'm sitting here doing it, then yeah." Like she would like sow these little seeds of confusion to try to make me second guess myself and make me unsure of myself. And then she would like pick at little insecurities that I had. So like I'll never forget, like we got in a full blown argument, and it's gonna sound stupid as fuck because it was. We got in a full blown argument about stretch marks. I shit you not. Like we were sitting at the table, she had company over, and I was like much smaller at the time. And she was like, "How are you skinny and you got stretch marks?" And I'm like, "Same way that you're big and you got stretch marks." Like, and she got so angry because the insults weren't hurting my feelings. I just kept getting back at her. And so you know what ignorant people do when they don't have an argument, they either disrespect you or they put their hands on you. And so that's pretty much what that resorted into. And there had been plenty of other times. It literally didn't stop until I left her alone. Like, I remember when I was maybe about 28, I called her out on all of her shit. Like, called her out. Like, listen, I'm not a kid no more. I'm an adult. Let me tell you about yourself. Let me tell you why your shit is fucked up. And then that's when it changed. And like now, like, I love her still. I love her to death. But I don't subscribe to, oh, that's still your such and such. Like, no, you got to get away from me. So the only way that she knows anything going on in my life now is whatever I decide to share on the internet. Like, she knows nothing about me anymore. My last two children, she doesn't know my children. She knows of them and she knows what they look like, but they don't know her. They don't have the relationship with her that I used to have with her, or my son used to have with her, or that her kids have with me. And it's based off of, her behavior. But that's true. Like, I have such a hard time using the word jealous. I just feel like it's such an arrogant word. But it took me years to realize, like, I'm just doing all these things, being myself. I always say, like, I'm a Gemini, my air sign. I be in the clouds. My ass be frolicking through the fucking sunflowers. I swear to God. And people be so mad at me for frolicking through the fucking sunflowers. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it, like, but I'm starting to see that now. I'm starting to understand that now. Like, I'm such a girl's girl. Just ask me how I got there. Just, like, I'm in that stage. I talked about this in the when you lose weight, you lose friends video. But it's like, I've lost weight and everybody was so comfortable when I was a big girl. And it's so funny because I think I talked about that. Like, I didn't realize the changes that I would go through just because of my weight. Like, when I was skinny, y'all treated me a certain way. When I was fat, y'all were so nice to me. Everybody was my friend. Everybody was around me, right? Because then to y'all, I became the ugly friend. And then now that I'm losing it and y'all can see it, like, there's a different glow on me now. Like, I smile a lot more again. I'm becoming comfortable with myself again. Like, there's a lot of shit now. Like, y'all, not only did I lose like weight and there was transformation in that, but like, I did so much inner healing work. I did so much therapy. I did so much inner child healing. Like, there were so many things that I had did that I owed myself to do, where like, I'm not going to be quiet for y'all no more. I'm not going to sit there and let you mistreat me. And people can't fucking stand it. And I've also learned that those people that did all that foul shit to you, now that you have a voice, they can't fucking stand it, because they also themselves, they wish that they could have the voice that you have. They wish that you had, like, they had the gumption that you had. They wish that you had that, like, all right, yeah, I'm not playing with you niggas no more. And that's why it was so easy for them at the time to keep their thumb on you, because it was like, she doesn't know who she is. Now, like the lady said, now it's who do you think you are? And I used to hate it. Like, in the beginning, it's so difficult to stand up for you. You almost feel bad about it. And then you get to a point where you're like, oh, no, I like this. Like, oh, okay, so that's all I have to do for y'all to stop fucking playing with me? Oh, I should have did this shit a long time ago.
Hey, listen, hold on. So you keep wondering why people don't like you for no reason? Why you meet people for the first time and they got more than you and they don't like you? Oh, it's not because of materialistic things. It's not because of the way you look. It's not because of what you have or what job you do or what car you drive. It's because of what's in your spirit can't be replicated. It's because their demons get upset every time you come around because your light shines
Yes,
so
Lord.
bright. People don't like you for no reason because even on their best day, they could never be you. And what you have inside of you was given to you for a purpose, because you were put on this earth to serve a purpose. And those people that was not put to serve a purpose get upset every time they see you. That's why sometimes you ain't even got to do shit to people for them not to fuck with you, for them not to like you. That's cool. That's all right. Them is not your people. You will find the people that's for you. But understand, you're not doing a motherfucker thing in life if you ain't got no haters. You ain't doing shit in life if you ain't got people that like you for no reason. You ain't special if people don't get upset when they see you walk into a motherfucking building because you embody that shit without even trying. That's why they hate your ass. Keep being great. Keep being you. Keep letting the light inside of you shine so bright. Because if you want to go to new levels and you want to be the best version of yourself, baby, this is only the beginning. And you have to learn to love people not liking you. It's okay to have people not fucking with you and not liking you. Go where you are appreciated and not where you're tolerated. Fuck them folks. Even if you're invited does not mean you're welcome. Do not step foot in every setting, because every setting isn't for you. Those who are
Yep.
chosen is chosen for a reason. And those who are trying to attack you see the greatness inside of you, and they try to belittle you. They try to make you feel like you're not worth it or devalue you. Listen, you're the most valuable thing in that room. That's why people stare at you and gaze at you that don't know you but already hate you, because you are who you are. Keep being great, chosen ones. Peace and love, peace and blessings.
Period. I love that. I love that. My like I was talking about with the imposter syndrome, my imposter syndrome, it'll tell me like you're not supposed to be in this room. Like I think I talked to y'all about, I went to this industry party with Nick, and it was a really close friend of his, and I was just like, I don't make as much money as these people. I don't have the things that these people have. Like I really told him like I'm intimidated. I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to do. Like what if these people don't like me? And he was just like chill, bro. You're good. Like you're good. Like you're supposed to be here. Like we're supposed to be here. If we wasn't supposed to be here, we wouldn't have been invited. Right? And it's so funny because once I got in there and got around people, first of all, it was people in there that I knew from like, when I was younger. But I also like, once I got comfortable, because I'm introverted in real life, once I get a couple of drinks in and I'll talk to anybody. But it was so funny because at the end of the night, it was like I had exchanged Instagrams and networked with people, and these were people that like, had I not been in that room, probably wouldn't even know who I was. Like, and like she was saying, like there's some people that when you walk into a room, like they be looking at you like ugh. And I can attest to this. Like um when I started beauty school, them girls did not like me. And to this day I can't tell you like specifically why. Like my sister, because me and my sister went to the same beauty school, she's told me. But when I first walked in, I was like, I don't know, y'all. Like I went to a beauty school outside of my city. I wasn't even in Inglewood. I was literally 50 miles away. Like I had moved to a whole nother city, a whole nother county. And they didn't like me, y'all. Like I remember I walked in on the first day. I literally had on some black jeans, a black hoodie, some Timberlands. My hair was done. Well, this is it's time to take this out. But my signature side part, I had did like some light makeup. I wasn't even in shit with makeup at the time, but I was cute. Like when I look at my first day of school picture, I was cute. And I will never forget when I walked in. Me and the guidance counselor was already like really cool from when I enrolled. So I walked in, and she was telling like my instructor like, oh yeah, like you gonna love her. Like she's already the shit. She just here to get her paper, pretty much. And I guess that rubbed them girls the wrong way. And it's so funny because when I came in, this me that I am now, like I wasn't that. Like I don't like attention. That's the funny thing. So when I walk in a room and people are looking at me, I'd be like, uh-oh. Like, is there something in my teeth? Is the hair out of place? Um, like I've had hair loss from like weight loss surgery and my kids, and I'd be like, oh my God, did I not brush that side today? Did I not cover it good enough? Like I start picking myself apart. And it's so crazy when you think that like these people see the you that you don't see, and that's why they don't like you. And meanwhile, you're over here thinking that they're picking you apart because you're picking you apart. And it's like, no, like it's you don't even know what these people are looking at right now. And it's so funny because I tell the people around me, like, I wish you could see what I see. But it's like, I started to ask God, like, can you show me what people are seeing in me? Because I'm not seeing it. And I feel like a lot of us would be more sure of ourselves if we did.
Yo, it's just me, but I'm one of them people. I always could tell when somebody was talking shit about me. Like, you could not say nothing. They could be like zero proof whatsoever. But I just read the energy. Like, you could just be in my face. I could just tell, like, that bitches was talking about me. Like, proof whatsoever. But I just read the energy. Like, you could just be in my face. I could just tell, like, that bitches was talking about me. Like, y'all bitches be saying funny shit. Y'all bitches, y'all on some weird shit. Like, I don't know. I just can tell. Like, I always could tell, and 10 times out of 10, that always be the case.
They say energy never lies. And anytime I felt like, oh yeah, you moving funny, or oh, it's something about you, it may not come out right away. But I always say, like, once you pray that prayer and you ask God to show folks to you, he proves your point every single time.
You're not tweaking. You're not losing your shit. Those people are being fucking weird towards you. They're being fucking weird. You want to know why? Because they see you. They see your light and they're fucking mad because they could never. They could fucking never. I don't care how dumb a motherfucker is, how blind they are. People see you before you see you.
What I
That's why
say.
they be treating you like that.
What I
And
say.
other people who have not established a certain type of love for themselves or a certain type of self-awareness do not have that type of light. But when they see a motherfucker with it, all they want to do is make you feel like boo-boo. Don't let them do that shit.
Period.
Fuck that, bro.
Period.
Fuck that. We have enough low vibrational shit going on in the world. We don't even need ops anymore.
Nigga.
You wanna know why? Because people
are the ops,
that.
on God.
People
Period.
are the fucking matrix and shit like that. Do not let people tear you down from your light. We need your light. We need your individual power. We need your
Period.
we need your glow. We need all of that. So fuck them people. Keep them low vibrational ass bitches to the left.
Period.
Find you some good community. Keep your energy on 10 and keep glowing because we need you. Fuck that shit.
Period. I love that. Love that.
Somebody gonna dim your light more than somebody who put you on a pedestal. Like, why are you trying to humble me right now? I'm literally humble. I'm always humbled by God. Like, God be smoking me upside my head. Like, why do you feel the need to join this and try to humble me too? It's because they put you on a pedestal.
Yep.
It's because they think you all that. But the only people who are gonna think you think you're all that is people that don't think they're all that.
Hello.
Because they put you on a pedestal. They put you like, oh, she thinks she up there. No, you
think I'm up there. Oh God.
You don't have no thoughts about yourself being up there. You
Oh
think
God.
the energy of somebody thinking highly of themselves and moving with confidence and moving with self-assurance, you think they think they're all that. No, you literally think they all that because those are the things you lack. You don't think highly of yourself. You don't walk around with that. So you think they are all that. Now you have done put them on a pedestal that you feel like you got to knock them down on. Stay away from people that put you on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Stay away from people who don't think highly of themselves.
Because
Because they don't know how to communicate and they don't know how to take in greatness and light of others. They don't hold space for it.
Real shit. Definitely
When people
relate.
go out their way to make you look stupid or to humble you and you still win anyway, that's when they start to call you conceited and arrogant. That's when they start to say that you think you better than somebody. But you're the same motherfucker who went out your way to not support me.
Wait, or let's talk about the ones that will support you down, and then be mad. And I did this for you, and I did that for you. Yeah, them too.
So yeah, I'm gonna rub it in a little hard because you thought I wasn't gonna do it without your help, baby, and I'm doing just fine. Because I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm
Period.
past the mirror.
That one monkey that didn't stop no show, yeah, they be mad when they realize they the monkey that didn't stop that show. Period.
Growing up, I used to wonder why people were always so mean to me, would bully me, would talk about me, would just want to put me down and hurt my feelings. And even as an adult with my family, my friends, weird random people would just want to make me feel less of myself. And I saw a video and it said they envy you, and it caught my attention. I'm like, oh, okay, probably my For You page, I guess it's for me. And he said it's not the car you drive, it's not the money you have, it's not anything, it's what you possess in your soul that they know they can never fucking have. And maturing, going through an awakening, I've realized that's why. It's always been what I couldn't see. It's what they saw that they knew for a fact I could not fucking see, and I didn't see. The fact that I'm so caring, I'm so beautiful, I'm a fucking light. I light up every room I walk in. Everybody loves me any and everywhere I go. And I could go on and on. I'm just not going to do that because that's not my point of the video. But don't try to make sense of what other people are doing to you, how other people treat you. It's not you.
It's them.
They're mad as fuck because they want to be you and they can't be you. They can't go to Walmart, Sears, whatever the fucking store case may be, and buy what your soul possesses, what God in the universe has blessed you to be capable of doing. And the way that others love you, the way you just light up a room, the way that everywhere you go, they like, damn, who the fuck is that? You can't buy that. You can't order that off Shein. You can't order that off Amazon. Baby, that is God given. Don't let a bully, an insecure family member, a jealous ass friend, any confirmation. Don't let anybody on this earth, no matter who they are, what they are, their status, their title, whatever the case may be, make you feel less of yourself because they feel less of themselves.
Period.
Because they don't possess what you do. They don't hold the weight that you do on this earth.
Period.
They don't light up a room the same way you do. That ain't got shit to do with you. Keep shining. Because what Jesus say? Baby, in the dark, I'ma shine bright as a motherfucker.
Period.
Keep shining bright. Keep shining your light on them dark spirits and dark souls. The world needs more light. The world doesn't need any more darkness.
Period.
They want to dim your light down because shit. Oh, yeah. You are that sun to me right now. And they don't like that because they're not like that. And don't know why they, hate you the way they do, but who the fuck cares? Not your problem, baby. Shit. You see the way I look? I don't look like this in public. I have wigs on, mascara, different clothes. This is me. 5-6 days a week. Outside the one day I go to work, I don't look like this. And I still get the looks. I still get the... Bitch, I'm bald head as hell, okay? With some bleached ass hair. And I still get the looks. It's not what this looks like. It's not what this looks like. It's not anything else but the soul I possess, the light I possess, the way that I just, hey, how you doing? I don't care what you look at me like. I don't care how you treat me. I hope you have an amazing day. I have friends out here still hating me. I got family out here hating me. I send you the uttermost love. I could never just send off dark energy. Why? Life is hard as it is anyway. It's hard enough as it is anyway. Why would I make your life harder because I feel some type of way? Which I don't, personally. I'm just saying. Why would I want to transmute dark energy that I feel in the inside to you? And I know it's hard over here. Might be hard on your end too. So why would I want to make you feel any worse than you already do or you possibly could feel? That's because they're fucked up, okay? And that's not your concern. That's not your problem. That's a them problem. You keep healing. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep being the light that God designed you to be. Don't worry about these weird ass people.
Period.
Trust me. They think that you're weak. They think that you're not capable of blocking out their weird ass. Girl, fuck them. Girl, boy, whoever see this, girl, fuck their weird ass, okay? You can't get mad because you was a yellow light bulb and I'm a white one. Get your weird ass on, okay? I just felt the need to say that. So hopefully this message reaches who it's supposed to. I love you guys. Wishing the uttermost love and happiness and light on you guys' life. Bye.
Okay, I love that we ended with that video. That was cute. I when I see videos like that, it reminds me that like I really was that person that people like I feel like people treated me the worst when I had the least. Like I'd be looking at them like, well, you the one with the car, I'm on the bus. Or you the one with the house, I'm homeless. Or you're the married one, I ain't got no man, or whatever it was, like whatever it was. And that's the thing, like, that's the thing when you really start to realize what's going on. That is the thing where you're like, oh, that's what it is. Because like she said, it's shit you can't buy. It's probably a homeless man outside right now that is worth more in spirit and personality than somebody who has a net worth of 6, 7, 8 figures. You know what I mean? Like, and I had to learn that. I love that she spoke about, like you walk in these rooms and you're noticed. And like I said, like for someone like myself, I don't want to be noticed. I don't like to be noticed. I don't like people talking to me. And random people will just walk up and start talking to me. And I can't stand it only because like I said, I'm an introvert. I just want to be wherever I'm at and people leave me alone. But that's just not how that works, you know? Um, and then with me being a cosmetologist, it's even worse because, you know, like when my hair is done or even just my piercings, my tattoos, my nails, because I do my own nails now, whatever it is. Sometimes I've learned also that there are certain people that are intimidated by you, and it's nothing that you've done. It's just how comfortable you look to them. You know, if that makes sense. Um, like I said, like when I walked into beauty school and I was, to them, I guess I was dressed. I don't know. But like, I think they looked at me like, who she thinks she is? And it was just like, this is not even me dressed up, but okay. And then like, back to the video where the lady was talking about like those people that make comments about you and what you do. I had an ex-friend like that. Like, I love shoes. Anybody that knows me knows I love shoes. I am definitely a sneakerhead. I will literally base my whole outfit around whatever pair of shoes that I want to wear that day. And back during this time, it was just me and my baby. It was only me and him. And I would buy me and him the matching releases like every Saturday. And I just can remember like back now, you don't think about these things when it's happening. It's really true that love is blind. But I can remember like she would make a comment like, "Oh, I wish I would stand in line for some Jordans every Saturday." Well, you don't have to. But she wouldn't say it to me. She'd put it on like Facebook. And I was the only person that was like her friend that was the sneakerhead. You know, it would just be little shit like that. Like the beautiful thing about all of these realizations is that once you heal from them, they're easier for you to recognize and they don't hurt you so bad. I just feel like sometimes once you go through something once, it's kind of like, okay, I see you. Like, you know, and realizing that a lot of these people are a lesson, you know. So what I have done for myself is I have just made it a point to no longer dim my light, no longer do things to make other people feel comfortable at the expense of my own self-worth or my own self-esteem. And if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not here to please anybody. And that was one of the greatest gifts of realization that I feel like God could have given me. So, anyways, y'all, I pray that you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I always ask, like, leave your story times below. Let me know, what you guys all think about it. And I will see y'all in the next video. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.